If you have an interest in coins, chances are high that you've heard of the Morgan dollar. But if you haven't, here's a quick recap. Morgan silver dollars were introduced in 1878 as a result of Western silver mining interests putting pressure on Congress to shore up the price of silver. Prices had declined during the 1860s in the aftermath of the Civil War and the discovery of huge new sources of silver, like the Comstock lode in Nevada in 1859. Along with that, the Coinage Act of 1873, known to silver supporters as the Crime of 1873, ended bimetallism, the use of gold and silver simultaneously as the currency standard, by ending production of the silver dollar and placing the United States on the gold standard. To counteract this, Congress enacted the Bland-Allison Act in 1878, which required the Treasury to purchase specified amounts of silver to be made into dollar coins. George T. Morgan was hired at the United States Mint as an assistant engraver in 1876 and was tasked with designing the new silver coin. Over 650 million were struck between 1878 and 1921. About half have been melted since the early 1900s, but with over 150 million stored in treasury vaults until the 1960s, most of the remaining examples are in mint state condition, making them the most popularly collected U.S. coin. However, what some people may not know about the Morgan dollar is that it features a woman that George T. Morgan knew. So, who is the likeness of the woman on the coin? She was identified as Anna W. Williams by the Philadelphia Record. The young girl was said to have been just 18 years old when she was asked to pose for Morgan. When commissioned to design a new dollar, George T. Morgan studied American art at the Academy of Fine Arts to become more familiar with Americanized designs. From there, he decided he wanted an American girl to represent American female beauty as Liberty. Anna Williams only agreed to pose for the design if she could remain anonymous. She was working to become a school teacher and did not want to be famous for being on a coin. And despite being outed by the Philadelphia Record as the Silver Dollar Girl, she still became an accomplished school teacher. Her relationships weren't as successful, claiming that being the Silver Dollar Girl caused her one and only engagement to be broken off. Speculation remains within the numismatic community as to whether Williams really was the model for the Morgan dollar, or if George just referenced other sources for his design, which was general practice for many designers and engravers. Although, it's hard to deny the unmistakable similarities between Williams and the Morgan silver dollar. At the Money Museum in Colorado Springs, Morgan silver dollars are on display in the History of Money exhibit. The display focuses on the many ways that a Morgan dollar is collected, a study that can provide the foundation for collecting other types of coins. The key, though, as with all collecting, is that you enjoy what you're doing and study the series to understand the coins, whether you're focused on collecting for fun or investment.